So today we have to talk about Troll. Now, Troll was built on Pump.fun. We're gonna go over this. This is like a meme coin, in its essence, it's like literally just a meme coin. But anyways, we're gonna talk about this. It's on Solana. I've talked about this multiple times, but we've just now had a pump in the last 24 hours, so we got to talk about that. Anyways, remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Let's get straight into it. So currently, we have $160 million in market cap, 16 million in 24-hour trading volume. Last 24 hours, it has went up 12.4% in the last 7 days, 19% in the last 30 days, 88%. So it's been doing pretty good. And the last 24 hours has been a pretty good 24 hours for it too. But let's talk about where we are more likely to go next. And this is the max chart here for Troll. So currently we are at 15 cents, 0.159. So at the moment, we're looking at the MACD here on the daily chart, and it is oversold. It does look like buying pressure is starting to come in. That's why we see the lightly red shaded candlesticks. But I will say this, if we start to see the fully red shaded candlesticks coming in right after these and then getting bigger than this previous one, then we'll have an even larger drop. But if these lightly red shaded candlesticks stay at the same pace and continue to come and then switch to the green candlesticks, then that is when we end up seeing another pump. And right now we are kind of up a quarter of the way from hitting that 14-cent level here. So let's come over here to the 4-hour chart. And before we look at that, the daily chart for the percent R trend exhaustion does look like it wants to curve upwards a little bit. So there is a possibility that we can see that recovery here. But yeah, back to the 4-hour. So now we are at the 4-hour chart here for Troll. You can actually kind of see it is pretty bullish on the MACD. It does look like it's trying to switch to some selling pressure, but I think the buying pressure could be continued, something similar to this. So that's what we're pretty much looking for. We got rejected up here at 17 cents, pulled back. If we break 14 cents, then we're coming down to 11 cents. And the next actual like good support after that is around 9 cents down here to 7 cents. So those are going to be the next stronger supports that we have. But we've kind of already bounced off of a pretty strong support, and that is at 14 cents. 14 cents is very strong for us. Even though we went below it, we did go to 12 cents, but it's a pretty strong support. 14 cents it is. But we broke it a little bit, so we'll see what happens from there. But yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Let's go to a shorter time frame here with 1 hour. So on the 1 hour, the 1 hour slightly bullish here. We can see the percent R trend exhaustion kind of came down a quarter of the way and looks like it's about to curve upwards and go for a retest of that. When we are seeing the MACD is starting to switch into the buying pressure. You can kind of see it there. But yeah, there is a possibility that we come a little bit lower again in Troll. And this is a common theme in a lot of projects. If you've seen my last two technical analysis videos on MYX Finance and Flock, then you'll see like right now we are seeing bearish pressure in the market and a lot of things are about to pull back. A lot of people aren't realizing that, but hopefully they do. But yeah, we are going to see some pullbacks here inside the market. So Troll is not resistant to it. It looks like Troll is going to pull back a little bit more. You can even look at the MACD. It looks a little bit bearish here. So I'm expecting a pullback to about 11 cents, possibly even 10 cents, 9 cents. So I would say get ready for that. I know people don't want to hear it. If it's ridiculous. Like I make videos talking about coins when they're pumping and people love it. And then I make coins talking about how they're pulling back and the projects are actually pulling back and people hate it. They're like, no, they're just in denial. They don't want to accept it. You got to accept it. Troll is pulling back. Everything else is pulling back. Bitcoin might get a little bit lower, possibly 104K. We already hit 108. And it's possibly it hits 104. Now, as for Bitcoin on the daily chart, it does look like we want to switch to that buying pressure. You can see the MACD is kind of a little bit oversold in a way, and it does look like it wants to switch into buying pressure. So I understand what people are saying, but I still think that we're slightly bearish in the market still. I mean, maybe we are, maybe we aren't, but I believe personally we're going to continue to pull back just a little bit more. So the hourly chart here on Bitcoin, overbought here on the percent R trend exhaustion. Trend is over exhausted to the upside. There's going to be a pullback. There's going to be a pullback. No doubt about it in my mind, but I can never be 100% sure about anything. No one can. But anyways, this is all I got for you all today. Let me know what you think. Do you think Troll's going to pull back, or do you think it's going to keep running? Do you think Bitcoin's going to pull back, or do you think it's going to keep running? But yeah, I'm seeing a common theme here. Anyways, this is all I got for you all today. Hit the like button, subscribe, all that good stuff. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.